Yes, I baller than the dread red again, you know.
Serious thing. Hey, if you get free time, make sure you check out music from the young warrior there, Autarchii. Link in the description. Also, we'll appreciate some support at conscious.com for all your cultural apparel. KONCIOUST.com.
Yes, I. And it's a wicked piece of reasoning of the day too, you know, because I was going to check some things I will say I go on the music. It kind of strange to me, you see me I say? And it's very dangerous. So what I want to ask guys still, what do I feel like are the biggest detrimental thing to an artist's career?
Management fire. Manager, damager, producer, reducer, you know. And in my experience, I just want to clarify this. A lot of times people have a bad interpretation of an artist, but they never even dealt with the artist. They've been dealing with the artist management. It's pretty the thing. Because a lot of times managers think they're artists. They don't have no training in basic human communication. Simple things, responding to emails, you know, making sure everybody's on time. Just basic, what you want to call it, cordial, being cordial.
Yeah.
I know that's, you know, so I just want to clear. I tell that people all the time because they ask me about this and artists and this, and I want to tell them, say, yo, a lot of times the negative aura around the artist. I'm not saying if you have a bad personal experience with an artist, because most people never have an experience with the artist. If you really think about it, they have experience with the artist management. And a lot of times these managers are just unprofessional and they have very big egos. It's like themselves. They're trying to live through the artist, which is a cornball move when you really think about it. It just shows the level of their insecurity. And a lot of times they flop out the whole career of the artist. I'm going to give you one example. I'm going to give you a bunch of examples, right? But here goes one great example. Most artists don't get a lot of work because their manager has priced them out of getting work. So for instance, because this is what they do, and I know this why they hustle it, and Bushman had a good reason where he said what happened to him. You have some artists, let's just deal with reality. Everybody humble themselves and just say reality. For you to get work, you have to be some in the 1,200, 1,500 range. Your manager's asking for $5,000. There is no way for a promoter to make back that money paying you $5,000. But why is the manager asking $5,000? The manager probably telling you only getting $2,000. So they're gonna take the 3, then they're gonna take the 20% out of the $2,000 that you're getting. And that's why you wonder why you're not getting no work. And that flopped out the whole business. So what happens now is that European promoters, they don't want to bring no reggae artists from Jamaica, nor do they want to. If they do bring a reggae artist, you're not coming with your band because you developed a whole, what do you want to call it, roster of reggae artists. And Cali the same way. How you gonna have Cali Roots reggae festival with no Jamaican reggae artists but 2? And they usually bring the same people, Jesse Royal and Chronics, every year.
All right, but so it's funny how they said that about artists though, and we are dealing with some youth thing, entrepreneurship meets live music. And we are say, all right, because it's a fundraiser to going towards youth today, scholarship, and we are dealing with this thing, and so we link certain artists who thinks they might can influence the youth them in a positive way due to the fact that we see them as positive artists. When time we reach out to the artists, I think them know say at the mission that we're there on. They might tell you 300,000. So I say 300,000. But it's not even an event where 500 people are there. So when time I have to tell the man, I say, sure, 300,000 you mean like...
It's the artist or the manager?
The manager. I talk to the manager of an artist. So I say, sure, if you not even ask me how much people are there, they're like, what are the logistics where you use to figure out say 300,000?
Explain to the people what 300,000 is in Jamaican money so they understand.
All right, so 300,000 now would that be like 3,000 US then, or even around 3,000 US then, seen? But in a Jamaica, even at the scope of that 300,000 would have seemed like a lot because for the average person now will land on 300,000. But then when we sit down and check it for you, we are trying to say, wait, this is. When you think about it now, what do one really stand for? How you evaluate where you do for an artist? Like, how you evaluate the artist price? I think the price is supposed to be upon venue, the size, the amount of money, the amount of sponsors. So the critical thinking even in the reason what they them do. Critical thinking is a thing we're lacking in a majority of management, because most people don't understand what management mean. Them things that management just mean them then amongst the artists and just find one local role around there. So,
groupie vibes, fire. That's what
not a coordination.
Especially in reggae. I just want to elaborate on what you said. All right, you see your event, that manager flopped out that artist brand because one, you're doing community service. So it's really a pass-through vibe at the end of the day if the artist is dealing with that, if they have time. How you gonna ask a man for $3,000 to come somewhere for a youth event where youth are getting scholarship? There's no performance, there's no ticket to get in. It's just a vibes. All right, flop out the Bridge and brand. Now, that's gonna go on the road about that Bridge and say, "Yo, the Bridge," but who's to say he even spoke to the artist? And check out that artist image is damaged now. When words circulate, say, "Yo, we went to the Bridge and to give us strength." He talking about helping community and strengthening the music, and artists probably never heard about it. I want to give you one next thing now. I just got one list from one promoter based in New York, an artist, right? Fire, the list was so outrageous. I had to call the man back and say, "Fire, true, I don't know you, and don't take this the wrong way. But all them prices you asking, you gotta rearrange that deal because nobody gonna book these people." The artist, I'm not gonna call the artist name, but the artist he was sent me about, maybe they'll get 100 people, 150. In all reality, it is what it is. That's their drawing power. So you can't ask for $3,000 when you're only gonna get 150 people to come to your show. You can't ask for $5,000 when you're only gonna get $200 people to come to your show. And out of the 200, maybe 120 is paying customers.
And I want to get it straight to Fire. And it even go beyond pricing to because I don't want to feel like it's an undervalued thing either, because fair and I same way, because so when time I go work as an artist, I go work, ones have to know so them have to live up to I value. But I want themselves have to know realistically what is your value.
Say that again, that's the key word.
You see me I say? But how you put towards your value, and then you have a next aspect to it now where me feel like even outweigh the pricing thing, because the pricing thing is just one aspect of the thing. Remember saying that in order for a man come up to a price, whole heap of work I forgot night before, because the pricing is just the output now towards the show time. This is where a man value, we have to pay this so we can come forward and full judge the show. But even before price, we have a backtrack for you. We talk about management, see? And we talk about organization. What is the role of a manager? Like something basic as that. What is the role of a manager? Enough ones not even know the role of a manager, because most people mistake a manager for a booking agent. And a booking agent and a manager don't do the same thing.
Two separate entities, Fire.
Exactly.
But then it cross sometimes because a lot of these managers terrible. Some of them, they Fire. A lot of the stress and torment the artists go through is because of their manager, because the manager don't care nothing about the artist.
All right.
All they trying to do is exploit the artist and pimp the artist and get as much as they can, get their 10-20% out of everything. And they don't have no strategy, and that's why even a simple thing as interviews, right? A lot of times artists don't get interviews because their manager don't follow up. I've heard numerous things where you have like good platforms that would benefit the artist. They don't get the interview because the manager didn't return a call or didn't return an email.
So, Fire, we really sit down and meds it now, because more me and they outline this, because we want this be as informative and impactful as possible. So we want to outline now what a good trade, because I feel like enough of them just not get it. I wonder if I just them or if I just I see me when it comes to certain things, because we deal with coordination now. An artist, we deal with career. We are thinking developing a career. What are the traits that a manager really need? For getting artists into the best realm of things and making sure that artist is in the best place, cardially or any other type of word you want to think about it, towards the masses.
In my experience with those, and I want to say, and I'm going to put this out there, majority, I'll say 90% of reggae artists have bad management, And I know they don't like when I say it, but it is what it is, Fire. You're not doing a good job, right? But then those who do it do a very good job, because some have very good teams around them, extremely good teams around them, So in regards to the management, and next thing too, out of that 90%, it's a small realm because most artists don't have managers. So I just want to clarify that so people understand the numbers. Every artist does not have a manager. And that's the next problem for the artists themselves because they just out here on their own trying to do everything, and it's very hard. So
no, we soon get to the part that we know,
right,
because the part that we have it as I say separate entity towards the same reasoning, but we are talking about the one them who have on the books. There is a formal manager on the books, but yet still them don't understand what management is, because ones feel like say, check it out, communication.
Hold on, Fire. Before we even get there, I need to clear something else up too. A lot of artists do not want a manager; they want a yes man. So we have to make that clear too. So that's another issue there. It's not just the managers. Yes, some managers, because what I notice is the ones who are good managers, they can't manage because the artist does not want a manager. They basically want someone to collect the money at the show, give them the money, and basically that's it. And basically do what they say. So that's another big issue we need to clarify too. A lot of artists don't want managers. They say they do, but they based by their actions, they don't want managers, and that's why they don't have managers. But back to the characteristics of a manager, Fire, I just feel that professionalism, communication skills, being very thorough in regards to responding to emails, keeping open lines of communication, networking is very important, making sure you have access to different media houses and just people in general, being able to maintain relationships. Because remember, when a manager burns a bridge, he burns that bridge for the artist also. So you have so many people don't want to deal with the artist, but it's not I go back to say it's not the artist. They have never dealt with the artist. They've been dealing with the manager. So the FU vibe that they have with the manager now the artist is affected.
Yeah, transfer to the
opportunities the artist would have had. He don't have it no more because of his manager. But and also I'm not saying, I know it's a lot of family, and that's the next thing too. I know when people come into the business, they use their family members. I feel if you're going to do that, Fire, you need to send your family member to school to take a short course in regards to basic things so they can do stuff to help you, because at that point, they're going to become a detriment.
Yeah, because when check it, you have an important thing where most ones in management get for overstand correctly. As a manager, you're supposed to have a SWOT analysis in place, right? All right, first thing, what is the strength of your artist or you are dealing with? Because every artist, as we know it, is individually, them have different characteristics, different traits, different things that make them stand out. What are the traits where other artists is the scene? What is the weakness of that artist? Because every artist have a weakness. What is artists could have not like dabbling at the genre, them not like this, them not like that. So what are the weakness of the artist? And then based off of them strength and weaknesses there, as a proper manager now, you're supposed to put certain things in place. So what are the opportunities to gain based off the strength of this artist? What are the threats based upon the weaknesses of this artist? And that is how you develop your structure. Check levels of how certain teams. If we enough ones don't want to mention anything about, we can't talk about it directly now, because we're not hesitating. I know as a musician, and we see the thing where I go on. Yeah, if you check all the youth like all bands and them youth the way I deal with all the chronics, them career.
Respect to the one Daddy Barnes saying.
Them youth, they're good manager.
Big time.
You see the one personality or him approach to certain things, them youth, they take management things serious, because certain examples are here,
Yeah.
But they talk about modern day examples of where a youth take pride in a managing an artist, and these are things we talk about all the time for you. It have been a one accord. When a man have a team have in one accord, and him have to make things flow, regardless of what you think of the artist, or regardless of what you think of managing directly. You have to give props towards a person when time things start coming to place, and that is one perfect example.
I gotta add two more. Than Protege team is extremely good fighter. Like, they super professional over there. Yeah. Facts. And Lauren Watkins, she worked with a lot of people, but to me, in my experience, she's probably the most professional person I work with. Period. I think definitely on the level. So shout out to her. But hey, you see how Barnes thing on the level fire, because it's all sometimes I call this man before the show and he answers and just tell me the program straight up. This can work, this can't work, and I respect that. Yeah, the breakdown on the level still, Barnes.
Them thing in the music, man. Them thing in the music is fundamental fire. Cause I can tell that same, enough people might say I write as a reason and not even know how embedded I am is within music scene. So when time it come to management, that is a thing where we, ourselves meditate only, because we've been in bad management contracts. whole heap of times here we go to a certain type of things and we see what it is and we realize that most people who are come for say them a develop an artist career, them not have a clue because them not have no development in a for them life and them want to bring forward the development of an artist. It can't work because I think we feed off one another. The management have a right and the artists have a right, and then I say you start to the progress. Some certain manager now really live up, I really damage them. That's how we call them same because them damage the image, them damage even the career, them damage the output of where an artist can create for the masses. So if you check it out, the manager is a very dangerous person if them now live up to certain standards.
And also too, all right, so I've been approached by numerous artists to manage them, right? But I'm aware of the commitment that's needed and I don't have time for that commitment, so I'll pass. I don't think you can be a part-time manager. I think you have to be
exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's all you have to do. So people have a 9-to-5 job and it's like you manage, but it doesn't work like that. You have to be fully committed to the development of the artist that you're working with. And I think because people are trying to hustle the business because they're trying to get their 10, 20, 30%, that's their focus. That's where the problems come into play. In regards to pricing, right? Reggae artists, you have priced yourself out of the market. I'm just going to put it out there. You have priced yourself. You need to recalibrate the pricing that you do, right? And we have to accept the crowd that you pull. YouTube views does not correlate into people coming to your show. You get what I'm saying? So like, I remember one person was talking about, this is funny. We was reasoning about price. So he's like, well, Killer set the standard for dub plates. Fire, this man is an icon, and then people was running the place during that time. Anywhere that man performed, the place packed. You have to accept within yourself, you don't have that type of pull. I know it's an ego thing for artists, this and that, but it's just from a business aspect. You have to say, and I will say this with the West Coast artists and that Cali vibe, they understand their pull. Now, as their pull increases, their price increases. They demand something different. But at the time, they're demanding or asking for, working for what they could draw because they understand the economics. You can't go perform somewhere and you getting $5,000 and the promoter came and get back $800. Why would he do business with you again? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make business sense. Then here go the next thing I'm noticing too. Because they're not getting consistent work, when they get the one performance, they want to come with this crazy price. If our promoters talk to each other, and everybody just turned off with you, then you wonder why you're not getting a phone call. And I'm not saying people to go out there, yes, it's your livelihood. I'm not saying people go out there and don't perform for nothing. I am not saying that. But there has to be a rationale. And when you approach the thing from a business standpoint where everybody has to be able to make money. And some people are delusional and they're not realistic in regards to the draw that they have.
Yeah, I guess it really start get crazy because you see the delusional thing, they lick the nail upon the right there, so because remember, a man have all them value, because that's the key thing, because I as an artist so go through them thing the same way. Whereas the value, you might have a certain value, and majority of people where approach is still enough time them try to undervalue your thing, So we're not that still. But while you're having a value, you have to be very realistic. And being realistic while having that value is a thing where make it increase over time. And you have to know when you're supposed to give and take too, because you have certain markets now where you're reaching. And you have to know, so when you're reaching into these particular markets, you have to know where you're willing to lose in order to gain certain things. Because remember, so when time we create Tough Gang, go Zimbabwe, I'm shipping more equipment, them go Zimbabwe, nobody never pay him for go over there. Tough Gang a superstar them time then. So I don't want a man feel like say, when time the great Tough Gang go Zimbabwe, it was some
big paycheck or something. Yeah.
No, a big superstar Tough Gang, but him know say a sacrifice come with a cause. Why they say a loot and fire gone in a market, a new market, and in somewhere in Africa, I can't remember which country. And the man say him the first person actually I go there, so in a like a real reggae artist is good so. And the man I tell us, watch out now. Him not go around no corner. Him have to drop in price just to reach on the festival there because him know himself say when him reaching at the market that it got do great things to him. So it's an intelligent type of movement that were the ones them need for know. I'm feel like say if an artist have a steady or a formal manager, a manager supposed to aware of these things and put these things into perspective, but majority of them not do that.
All right, you see Luciano's strategy. the Breakdown said he follow. I don't know. I think he said the Japanese in a sense in regards to he not overpricing stuff, but he get consistent work and add up at the end of the day, right? And I'm not even aware if artists are a part of that conversation with pricing, so I can't blame the artists because a lot of times they don't know. The manager telling them one thing when the manager doing the next. The manager telling you only asking for 1,800, when you come to find out the manager asking for $4,000. He taking the 22 off the top and the 10, 20, 30% you agreed upon. And he'll just stall, right? And wait and wait for somebody to get the $4,000 instead of you being out there consistently getting work, building up your craft, building up your fan base, and sharing your talent with the world. And it's just the truth about it. You know, and the managers, some of their egos fight is just like, and I'm not trying to discredit artists don't have no egos either. So we're not saying that, but we're dealing with the managers. That's the damages. Is that their egos and their inability to understand the proper price range for their artists flops the artists. I have.
But I keep on hear the price range. I know when you feel like the number one thing that we are mash up the things still, you know. Cause me no feel for one no feel like a price range I mash up the things.
What do you think mashing up more than price range?
I feel like the organization and the role. There is no given role for you because remember say if I'm gonna hustle the thing, yes. You see me I say, but I just not feel like me really can tell us I meet a manager who know what them role is. Like you got a job, a person have a job description. I don't feel like them know them role much less for even for say price because I don't feel like a price not the number one thing still.
Well, let me hear you say mountain, mountain, mountain.